All right, this is the second part to the review for quiz 2122. We asked to find the derivative of these and use proper notation where it's appropriate. So for 13, we're taking the derivative of f, and we'll just do them in pieces. So this should be, bring the 2 down, 16x to the first plus 3, and then derivative of 10 is 0. So that should be an easy one. This one requires a little rewrite. We're going to write that as x to the 3/4. And we'll bring this one up and write it as x to the negative 3/2. So it's half because of the square root. 3 is the power, negative because it was down below. So this is kind of a sneak, kind of a tough one. But now dy dx is going to be, and I'm going to take 3/4 times 12, which gives me 9, x to the 3/4 minus 1, which is a negative 1/4. Okay? And then here I'm going to have negative 3/2 times negative 1. That's a positive 3/2. X to the negative 3/2 minus 1, which is a negative 5/2. All right, so tricky on the rewrite. You got to be real careful there, and then execute. This one, again, requires a little bit of a rewrite. Bring the t up. It's going to be t to the negative 3 there. And so now if I go r prime t, derivative of 5t is 5. And then negative 3 times negative 3 would be a positive 9, t to the negative 4th. Okay. Pi is a number, so the derivative of a number is 0, so that goes away. 16, h prime of theta is 3 is a constant, so it stays. Derivative sign is just cosine. All right, negative 15 is a constant, it's going to stay. The derivative of cosine, though, is negative sign. So that negative and this negative will become positive. And then we'll have 15 sine theta. Okay. Got a little bit of rewrite on 17. Let's divide each of these by 6x. So this is going to give us 3 divided by 6, so 1/2 x to the first squared over x. Then 9/6, so 3/2, and the x's cancel. And then I'm going to have 18 divided by 6, that's 3, and it'll be x to the negative 1. Okay, so that'll be our function to start with, and now we're going to take the derivative of that. So the derivative of 1/2 x is just 1/2. Derivative of negative 3/2 is 0. Bring the negative down, this would be negative 3x to the negative 2. Okay. For 18, again, we'll need a little rewrite here, so we're going to distribute. So f of y is 12y to the 5th minus 20y cubed plus 8y squared. Okay, so now f prime y will be 5 times 12, 60y to the 4th minus 60y squared plus 16y. And so I got to distribute that first and then go. And then this one has a whole bunch of stuff to it. The only two that we need to rewrite are these two in the middle. Bring the x up, that'll be x to the negative 3. Rewrite this as x to the 1/3. Okay, now we can kind of go at it. So m prime x will be 3 times 4/5, that's 12/5, x to the second. Right. Negative 3 times negative 3/2 will be a positive 9/2, x to the negative 4. 1/3 times 6 is 2, x to the negative 2/3. Derivative of sine is cosine, so this would be negative 5 cosine x. Now you got to be real careful here. The cosine of e is a number as well, so the cosine of e is also a number. The derivative of a number is 0, so that goes away. Okay. Then we were asked to come up with the equation of a tangent line at some different spots. So for this first one, what we're going to do is anytime we're asked for a tangent line, we got to think point and we got to think slope. All right, so they gave us the x-coordinate 4. I need the y-coordinate. To find the y-coordinate, we're going to put 4 into the function. So we're going to get 1/2 times 16 plus 3 times 4 minus 5. That's 8 plus 12, 20 minus 5 is 15. Okay, so that's the point. To get the slope of the tangent line, I need to put that into the derivative. So I need to take the derivative of f. That's going to be 2 times half 1, x to the first, plus 3, and then the 5 goes away. So there's my derivative. Now I want to know what is the slope of the tangent at 4? What's the change of the function at 4? So I'm going to put 4 into this derivative. I get 4 plus 3, which is 7. That's my slope. It's real good for you to have this nice and clearly labeled. F of 4, f prime of x, f prime of 4. Lets the grader see your train of thought. And then we can make the equation real simple here. Y minus 15 equals 7 times x minus 4. And there's our tangent line. For this one here, same idea. I need a point. I need a slope. If you do this, if you organize it like this, it's the easiest way to keep you on track while you're doing the problem. We know the x value is 9. I want the y value. So I need g of 9. G of 9 is 4 times the square root of 9. 4 times 3 gives me 12. So there's my y value. Okay. Now I need g prime of x. If I rewrite this as x to the 1/2, then our derivative of this is going to be 1/2 times 4, which is 2, x to the negative 1/2. Another way of writing that is 2 over square root of x. You don't have to, but that might help you on this next part, because what we need to do is find g prime of 9. So if you leave it in this form and put 9 in, that might be really confusing. If you write it like this and put 9 in, now it's easy to see that our slope is 2/3. Now we can make our equation. Y minus 12 equals 2/3 times x minus 9. And that's our answer. Okay? Then this last one gives us a chance to put this into a calculator. So we're still going to organize it, point slope, but now we're going to use the calculator to find this. So what I'm going to do is take my calculator, go to y equal, all right, and we're going to type this equation in. E to the cosine x, okay, come down from there, parentheses, I want the cube root of x plus 3. Now probably the easiest way to do that, there is a cube root function on your calculator. If you go to math, number 4, gives you a cube root, and then you can put x plus 3 in there, or you could just put parentheses around that and raise it to the 1/3 power. All right, so there's our function, and now I want to know what the function is at 5. Now you can go to graph, trace 5, and do it that way, or you can some other ways. I want to show you kind of a slick way to do it, and so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go alpha trace, and I'm going to pick y1. That's the function we just put in there. And I'm going to go parenthesis 5. I'm going to do it like in a function notation here. Okay. When I hit enter, it puts 5 into that and gives me the point 2.656. So that's what we're going to put there, 2.656 for that. All right. And then as far as the slope goes, I want the derivative. So I'm going to go math 8, derivative of alpha trace y1 at x equals 5 is 2.658. 2.658, almost exactly the same as the y value. All right, so now we have our slope, our point. Let's go ahead and make the equation. Y minus 2.656 equals 2.658 times x minus 5. Okay, always 3 decimal places when you round. That's how we do that. All right, so that's part 2. Part 3 coming up.